going off with that, Jeff, what's coming up for you as you're listening to what we're talking about?
I'm identifying a lot with the notion of attachment. I grew up in a very stable family, so I had very good attachments. And I think what did it for me is I was attached to this idea of what I was supposed to become professionally. And when I started having troubles in graduate school,
Jeff,
and yes.
This is just the way I work. I interrupt people. Okay. And is it okay if I work with you for a moment on what you just said?
Absolutely.
Now you said you were well attached at home. Okay. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Were you ever bullied in school?
Briefly in middle school.
At what age?
About probably around 12.
Who did you speak to about it?
No one.
Okay. Do you have kids?
I do have 2 daughters.
Have they ever been bullied?
My older one has.
Who does she talk to about it?
She, at the time, I'm divorced. And so I'm not quite sure, most likely her mother and her aunt.
Let me ask you a question though. If you had a 12-year-old kid who was being bullied, who would you want her to talk to or him to talk to if you're the father?
Definitely the parents and administration in school, of course.
Talk to you, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you found out that your child was bullied, but he didn't talk to you, how would you explain that?
I would be flummoxed. I'd be very disappointed that they didn't feel comfortable.
Of course you'd feel disappointed, but I'm asking, how would you explain it that they didn't? Why does my child not come to me?
They didn't feel comfortable coming to me for help.
That was your childhood. Okay, so that the attachment wasn't there, Jeff. I'm not saying your parents didn't love you. I'm not saying they didn't do their best. I'm not saying you didn't love them. But I'm saying that connection was somehow disturbed. At some point, you learned very early in life that you're kind of alone. And that when you're feeling down or scared, you kind of have to suck it up. And,
you're right.
And that and the whole purpose of the attachment relationship is so that doesn't have to happen. So this is the whole point, is that attachments can be disturbed even in homes where there's no overt trauma.